Hey YouTube, MaxZ2021 here, coming at you with a manga slash anime slash gaming haul slash sustained industry video for January 2018, and I also got stuff for my birthday since that's on January 5th. So this is also a birthday haul video, I suppose. So I'm just going to show the stuff that I got from friends for my birthday. I do have like one or two more things on the way, but I'm not going to be getting them until I think next week or sometime next month. So, anyways, I'm going to show the stuff that I got from friends, and then I'm going to show the stuff that I bought for myself, and then I'm just going to show the rest of the stuff that I got this month. Anyways, first up is my all-time favorite movie, The Cannonball Run. I don't know what it is about this movie. I just really enjoy watching it all the time, and I have been meaning to get it on Blu-ray. I just never had a chance to pick it up again, but now I finally got it, so I don't gotta worry about that. And then I brought this up when I did a video comparing three different versions of it, but I also got the anime adaptation of Steins Gate. And like I said in that video, the best way, in my honest opinion, to experience the story is through the original visual novel, though the anime does just as good a job that the visual novel did, and I'd say try to avoid the manga adaptation if you can, but if not, then I don't think there's really any harm in checking it out. And then I also got the second Bakemonogatari light novel volume. I think I brought it up at one point in one of my videos or something, but to my knowledge, the original Japanese release for Bakemonogatari was 2 volumes, and for the English release, we got 3 volumes. But, yeah, that's cool. Glad that we finally got it in English a few years ago. And then one of my friends that got me 2 figures in December, he got one of them for my birthday early. I just didn't show it in the last haul video. I got a figure of Mio Honda from the Idolmaster Cinderella Girls. And this is just a box. I'm going to go over to the actual figure so I could show it. And here it is, the one in the middle. I also got this little keychain of Balrog from Cave Story attached to her arm, or hanging from her arm. And it's actually smaller than I was expecting when I got it, but I still think it's pretty well made. And you got the little Cinderella Girls logo on the base, I think. But anyways, that's enough of the other stuff. Now let's move on to the stuff I got. And since I'm over here, I'm going to show off this figure of Noriko Takaya from the main character from Gunbuster. And I've never actually seen this specific figure go for under $100 online. So when I saw somebody in Canada selling it on eBay for about $49, I jumped on that as soon as I could. So this is one of the things I bought for my birthday. Still gotta pick up the one that they did for Nono, one of the main protagonists from the sequel Die Buster. And they did, in fact, open it before. This is a used figure. Here's the back. Got some stuff that the guy that sculpted the figure talked about. And this exact figure was released in 2006, I believe. At least that's what I remember it saying on my figure collection. And there's a little bit of tape keeping it sealed. So until I feel like taking it out of the box and putting it up here with my other Gunbuster and Diebuster figures, I'm just gonna leave it hanging. Plus, I think it kind of looks cooler that way. And I'm gonna go back to the rest of the stuff real quick. Alright, we're back. Two of these things I can't exactly show because, well, I don't want the video getting flagged. I'll explain later. Anyways, first up is Volume 1 of Shiori Experience, which is pretty much the best way I can describe it is the Jimi Hendrix manga. Hold on, let me see if I can find a picture with him or panel. Yeah, see, there he is. I highly doubt this is gonna get an English release because of like copyright stuff. But from what I have read online, it's pretty good. I think I've gotten up to chapter 11 last time I read any of it. And to sum up the plot, pretty much the girl on the front cover, on her, I mean, she's a high school teacher, and on her 27th birthday, she gets possessed by the ghost of Jimi Hendrix, and he tells her that because it's like some deal with the devil thing, if she doesn't become a rock star by her 28th birthday, she's going to end up dying. And so she ends up having to form a band and do other rock star stuff or whatever. And I know that the ghost of Kurt Cobain shows up at some point, but I haven't read far enough, so I don't know exactly when he shows up. But that's pretty cool. And the next thing that I bought for my birthday, is Volume 1 of Danyatsu. Now, there's a story behind this series, aside from it being my third favorite manga of all time. And I'll probably talk more about that whenever I do a video on this manga. But the only way to legally read it is through Crunchyroll because they picked up the license for it, and the person that was translating it online dropped the series, so they wouldn't get hit with a takedown notice. And yeah, the only way to read anything from Volume 5 up to like what would be part of Volume 6 is through Crunchyroll. And I don't know if the series is on hiatus or if it got canceled or whatever, because the last chapter that's on Crunchyroll's manga service, it's kind of ends on a cliffhanger, and I don't know if Kasaki Yusuke, the mangaka behind it, ever finished it or not. Like, I know it's at the end of the story, but it's pretty much best way I can describe it is it's about this donut cat that wakes up in a post-apocalyptic Japan one day, and no, an anthropomorphic donut cat hybrid thing. And like out of every post-apocalyptic setting for a manga that I've come across, I've never seen anything quite like this series. But one other thing that I want to mention is that the guy that does this series is mainly a character designer, and he did the character design for the No More Heroes games, Fire Emblem Awakening and Fates, the Speed Graph for anime. I don't know if it's an anime original or based on a manga or whatever. He also did character design for the Liberation Maiden games. And, let's see, what else he do? Oh yeah, he did the character design for Pokemon Go, for the trainers, and then he was a guest artist for one of the Rare Blades in Xenoblade 2. So, yeah, that's just a bunch of stuff that he's worked on. But definitely go check this out if you have a Crunchyroll account or if you know someone with a Crunchyroll account, because this is definitely worth looking into or reading or whatever. Another thing I like about the dust jacket is that the words are kind of embossed. It's kind of like the covers for Muyo and Roji, how it does something like this, where part of the cover can reflect light, and then part of it doesn't. So that's pretty cool. I'm really hoping it gets an English release, since stuff that's on Crunchyroll's manga service does end up getting proper English releases, since they are official translations. But until then, I'm just going to have to import the volumes, and yeah, just wait. Been waiting like 3 years. Don't know when it's going to happen. Okay, and then the next two, I can't exactly show the covers, because like I said, I don't want the video getting flagged, and I probably shouldn't be showing these, but I don't like not showing the pickups that I get or whatever. But Project H was doing a holiday sale, where if you bought physical volumes just by themselves, you only had to pay $10. And just like with Faku, they do a similar thing where you can either buy a physical copy of a volume or a digital copy, or both. And yeah, I found out about this sale right before it ended, so I went and got 2 books. And if you want to go look these up or read them online or whatever, then more power to you. But yeah, I'm not showing the front covers. In the front of the covers, first up is Deep Stalker by Date or Date. I don't know how it's pronounced. And the other one is Idol Monster Girls by Mato Shiraha. And the only reason I don't have these opened is because, one, I can just read these online if I wanted to. And if I ever buy another copy, I'll just open those, because sometimes I like having sealed copies of things. But yeah, that's something. And lastly is the stuff that I just bought. So first up, I got a gift card for Best Buy for Christmas, and I didn't have a chance to use it until earlier this month. So I went and picked up Okami HD on PS4, and a little card thing for a download code for the first Zelda game. So that's cool. Next up, Sentai Filmworks was doing a huge holiday sale on their website, and stuff was going for anywhere between $15 and $30. So I picked up a few things. I got Magical Shopping Arcade Abenobashi. This bumps my Gainax collection up to 7, if I don't count the Gunbuster and Diebuster movies separately. And I also picked up the anime adaptation for Popotan. Most people only know about this series because of the GIF that plays in the Caramel Danson video from way back in like 2007 or 08. But this is based on an Arage, which is one of those visual novels with H scenes. And if you don't know what that is, I guess go look it up or whatever. I never got to finish watching this back when it was on Netflix. years ago, and it was going for, I think, under $10, so I figured why not. And then the last thing I picked up was a Blu-ray copy of Needless. I really wish the manga would get an English release, but I think there's one or two reasons why it's not going to happen. And I may go into that whenever I do a video, or if I ever do a video on Needless. But I definitely enjoyed the stuff from the second half of the manga that wasn't covered in the anime more than what was covered in the anime. And, oh, wait, I forgot to grab something. Okay, I'm back. Next up, got a few manga. I got Volume 13 of Magical Girl Apocalypse and Volume 4 of Magical Girl Sight. These are both up to date, though Volume 5 of this series is coming out in February, and I think the last 3 volumes of this is coming out later in the year. But, yeah, these are up to date so far. And then, oh, that's right, Barnes & Noble, no, not Barnes & Noble, Books A Million is currently doing a buy two get one free sale, or no, yeah, buy two get one free sale, and because of that, I decided to finally pick up Volume 1 of Twin Star Exorcist, and if I would have known that this is done by the same guy that did Bimbo Gami Ga or Good Luck Girl, then I would have been buying it a whole lot sooner. But, yeah, definitely looking forward to checking this out. And I'll probably do a first impressions video on it and talk more about Bimbo Gami Ga and why everybody should go read it. And the last thing I got, this is something I had been waiting several months on to get an English release, because it's really, really fucking good. Sorry about the language. That is Volume 1 of The Promised Neverland. Hands down one of the best series to come out of Weekly Shonen Jump in the last 2 years, because it started in 2016. And I definitely want to do a video on this. Like, something like why you should read this series or something. And at first I had heard people hyping it up way back in 2016, and I was like, I'll check it out at some point. And then I think June or July of 2017, I finally took the plunge and started reading it, and then I got caught up, and I think I could see why people were hyping it up. And then I found out it was getting an English release at the end of the year, and my hype thrusters were through the roof, or however that phrase goes. But yeah, definitely, this is definitely one of the best recent series come out of Weekly Shonen Jump in the last few years, or at least since My Hero Academia. And there were some pretty good stuff from 2017, but yeah, I'll just say my thoughts on this whenever I do a video on it. Or I'll, like, reread Volume 1, and then I'll do a video on it or something, so I can refresh my thoughts on it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Meant to do a video or two this month, but I didn't really have a chance on account of getting sick a few times because of this, because of flu season. But I'm hoping to put out at least 1 or 2 videos a month aside from a haul video or unboxing videos. So, yeah, Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.